We get right to it. Okay.
We jump right in.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I know this ain't normally how we start the podcast, but I want to get a few things out the way. Thank you to everybody that sent well wishes about my cancer. I appreciate, and hopefully I got a chance to thank every one of you. I did not expect that many people to respond to it. So again, thank you to all the new followers. Thank you. Like, it is what it is. Fuck cancer. I'm okay. We just got to go through this process of what the plan is, the treatment plan, and we're going to be all good. But again, first of all, I want to thank everybody. Second of all, thank you to the NBA referees. I don't know who gave y'all a time machine and made it 1995 again, but thank you. I got hand checking. I got hip checks. I don't really like the brush screen. That looked kind of cheesy to me, but brush screens, players getting in each other's face, like Draymond being Draymond. I love this. This is Big Cat is playing in the box. He's playing. Big Cat is a big dog. Y'all, and oh man. On the flip side of that, we're gonna talk about Houston Rockets. We're gonna talk about them. Shout out to the rookie of the year that absolutely nobody know who you are, and it's not your fault.
Stop that, Troy. You don't know who he is. My bad. Continue.
We don't know who you are, but it's okay. Congratulations to you. And the reason we don't know who you are is because the NBA want us to know more about LeBron's son than anybody else. So again, congratulations to you. Shout out to Niko Harrison. The whole world thought you was wrong. Come to find out, Ant is telling the whole world you right. Shout out to you, sir.
He lucky.
The Boston Celtics, I just went ahead and destroyed the Orlando Magic. It wasn't even cute. And we're gonna jump right into this one. Miami Heat culture is not over. They just got some really bad players on the squad.
No, they're now going through a retool without. It's going to be a full off season and a full year without Jimmy. Now this is Tyler. This is your team now. What are you going to do? And they got to build around them now, or like find the pieces that are going to fit well with them. You know,
I didn't cut you off, DK. My bad.
No. What were you going to say?
The real question is Tyler Hero the star? Is
right,
he a star?
That's what they're either A, going to have to find out this season, or B, if they fall into somebody in free agency that wants to come there, or again, like I'm sure it depends on that. But if not, this is going to be your year to do it. If not, you're going to have to move on. But maybe him and Bam both, really.
I'm gonna go.
See, and I'm gonna call them B-list stars, right?
Yeah.
B-list stars.
Yeah.
So what do B-list stars need? They need a 3.
Yep.
See, a lot of people, they remember Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett playing together. And they were all A-listers at one point, but by the time they got together, they were probably around that B-plus range. But if you want to be a successful team with B-level, B-star players.
But is Andrew Wiggins that too?
It ain't just Andrew Wiggins, Duncan Robinson,
CB. He's not on the list.
He's been a role player at best.
I consider Bam. I consider Bam the Batman and Tyler Hero the Robin. Now since Jimmy is gone, because it's Bam like.
Bam stepped it up, man. Which is really, I've hated on him the last like year and a half, maybe, because he had the little. I'm sure you guys remember the run where he had the All-Star run, and then like where he was. I guess I don't know if he won Defensive Player of the Year or he was like highly considered to be Defensive Player of the Year with Draymond at that time, and then He fell off a cliff. We didn't hear nothing from him.
I mean, they
So
can
it's
beat
like-
Batman and Robin. But what you gonna do against the Justice League in Boston?
I mean, you ain't. Yeah, I mean,
Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's over for that.
Like, y'all can be good together.
That ain't the just. Hey, that ain't the Justice League. That's Suicide Squad right there.
Bro, like, it's crazy. Like, nobody wants to play Boston right now. If Jalen,
Who?
I think Orlando.
Don't say the Knicks want to play them. Y'all struggling versus the Pistons. Every game is
y'all do
sweat.
not want Boston, right?
We want Boston right now.
Round 2, y'all better get some momentum going for y'all.
Don't worry, y'all gonna get them. Y'all gonna get them.
Listen,
right
the way that
y'all gonna get them.
Mitchell Robinson is been. I did not realize Mitchell Robinson was that good. He's
When he's on the floor, he's very good.
He on a minute restriction, and I'm respecting the minute restriction because he's been injured a lot.
He doesn't need to play a lot. He needs to play maybe 18. Give me 18, 20 minutes. Give me some minutes to give Cat a rest in the first quarter. Come out when you get a break. Cat come back in, and then when you come back in, you play with Cat. And then it should be halftime, and then whatever happens after halftime.
But we talking about chips here.
Yeah.
Right. It's wishful thinking, Doc. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I want to give.
What are you doing right now, Doc?
I want to give Tibbs credit. I got to give him credit now. I got to give him credit. What he been doing with Cameron Payne, because I am not a Cameron Payne fan. Cameron Payne come in and take over for 7-8 minutes.
He's the backup point guard.
He shoots a 3, takes a charge, comes back down, gets a 2, get an assist for a 3. Come on, man. He's
the most efficient backup you ever see.
I'm like,
he over here fighting for his life to get a job in the NBA, and he hooping, and then you over here saying you don't like the man, and you just read off what he did in a minute and a half stretch.
In what was it? Last game? Yeah, last game.
I watched him do that with my own eyes, Troy. I love it, bro. When I was in the Garden that night when they played the Bulls, man, I couldn't believe my eyes. He lit the whole Garden up. It was cool. They were down 18, and he was one of the spark. But man, bro,
y'all know who I miss? Jamal Crawford.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Professional scorer.
That is that dude right there with scoring and handles. And the bad thing about it is he could have been a whole starter for his whole career.
He could have.
But
he's gonna
get that man to come out the bench. Oh, he guaranteed to give you 25, 30 coming out the bench if he wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he will.
He should go down as the greatest 6 man of all time. And
but they're gonna say that Lou Will is one of the greatest 6 men.
I think it'd
Lou
be fair to
Williams
say
was right up there with him.
I feel like they both would be. I feel like they 1A, 1B if you wanted to.
Yeah. The difference between Jamal Crawford and Lou Will, Jamal Crawford will dunk on your ass. That's the only difference. Because neither one of them really played defense. They both had great handles. They both had a pull-up mid-range, and they can hit the 3. They did all that other stuff. The only difference is Jamal Crawford will punch on you. Get out the paint.
I'll say this. I'll say it's Cornbread Maxwell, Jamal Crawford. That's a tough list.
You can say Jason Terry.
Jason Terry.
Fuck Jason Terry.
Come on now, man.
Wait, fuck Jason Terry.
Wait,
what?
31 used to get my Rockets buckets.
Used to Jason Terry corner 3. Ooh, in there. Let's go. But who's another 6 man you can think of? You got
Charles Smith.
James Harden his first 3 years. James Harden his first 3 years was a 6 man.
Yeah.
Wait, who you're going through the list of people who won 6 Man of the Year awards?
No, I'm just thinking of like good ones.
Good ones.
Oh.
I mean, of course, James Harden, the 3 years he was the 6th man for Oklahoma City.
I'm gonna tell y'all one y'all might forget. He wasn't Superman, but he was definitely Clark Kent for the Lakers.
Don't you say it.
He was definitely Clark Kent for the Lakers.
He definitely
Don't
about
you
to say
fucking
it.
say it.
He about to say it.
I'm about to fly out to Florida right now. We finna square up.
Top.
Listen, that man came in the game.
Are you talking about Eddie Jones?
No. This is a white guy. Mm-hmm. Clark Kent, white guy.
I'm with you.
Are you talking about Kurt Rambis?
Thought he was about to say Eddie
Yes.
Jones.
Kurt Rambis.
Oh, hell no. All I remember Kurt Rambis was getting clotheslined. Getting clotheslined by 4 Celtics and then try to fight the whole damn team. That's all I think about. I remember about.
Because
Thug shit.
Kurt was not backing down.
That white man was a thug before they even called white men thugs.
And he had on the spectacles that make you think he's a good, honest, church-going guy. But y'all mess around.
My wife. Like, man, you played with the Showtime Lakers, man. You out there doing lines of cocaine and shit with Dr. Bus.
It was all hoopers, but I am so proud of this, with the exception of the Miami Heat game. This playoffs,
Very interesting.
It's been so good to watch.
Hey, did y'all see that picture of Pat Riley just sitting there while my damn Heat get mollywopped? Fire his senile ass right now. He gotta go. Pat spoke. Bye. They gotta go.
If I'm in the Eastern Conference right now, do you really want to go up against this Cleveland team right now? Because I think they're other than Boston, they are the most complete team in the playoffs right now.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
I feel like if a team is big enough to put their guard. See, this is why I hate the zone, right? The zone protects them. It absolutely protects them. Because you can't, if they're playing zone, you can't isolate the point guard and the shooting guard. They have the smallest backcourt in the NBA, by the way.
I'm about to say,
no, they don't. Who?
But somebody who understands basketball, I would expect you to understand the fact that the zone doesn't save you, because if you play a team that can shoot, you don't get shot right the fuck out of the zone. It don't protect you.
Listen, we saw it last night.
It protects you if somebody is in foul trouble. But if they cannot rotate and cannot close out on the shooter, and that team got shooters, you fucked.
Yeah, it's over with.
The thing that Cleveland has benefited from is that they haven't been playing anybody that had a big 3-point shooter in the backcourt that they're playing against.
So who they going up against next? Is it
Indiana? It looks like Indiana.
Indiana. I mean, all they got to do is contain Tyrese.
Halliburton, yeah,
Halliburton. You contain him because you make the whole engine go.
The entire team is playing really good right now, man.
Pascal Siakam is going to blow Rick.
No, he sucks right now. He not doing shit.
Do you know? I want him on the Knicks.
That's where my money is, and I'm just.
I wanted him on the Knicks, and then I saw him play. I'm like, no, we did it right by getting OG. OG
Big Cat.
It's fine.
OG, Big Cat, and Miles. Yep, y'all good. Y'all got the right 3.
I tell you what, they take that zone out to Golden State, they're gonna get beat by 30.
Did you? Why would you play zone against Golden State? What is the rationale?
It ain't trying to stop Steph.
All they did
you
was
play zone against Golden State and still dropping 70.
Golden State shot 46 threes, but we still saw a bulk of them driving to the hole and cut to the basket. it wasn't like, man, if Golden State is shooting 46 threes, you're gonna lose. There's no
Especially
chance.
if they hit 40% of them.
Right.
And Houston hit a highest percentage of threes.
Watching the game, I know that Ime Udoka is at his wits' end. We've been grabbing Steph. We've been pushing him, doubling him, jumping in his face guarding, holding him to stop him from even getting the ball.
Who been guarding Steph?
He's still.
Who been guarding Steph?
Nobody.
Everybody. That's the
Everybody.
thing. Everybody.
Who is the primary defender on Steph?
It ain't no primary defender.
They've been rotating. They've been rotating and playing zone.
You got
they have.
Yes, they did. Yes, go back and watch.
It's a zone, but Steph is manned up at all times. That's what it is. Right. It's like a boxing one zone.
Who is the white boy with the headband? What is his name?
Podensky.
Oh yeah, Popjowski. Oh yeah, he a bad white man. Yeah, that's a bad white boy.
Every time we leave Buddy Hield, wet ball. Every time we leave Buddy.
I don't know who gave Buddy Hield the green light.
You forget another one. Quentin Post. He's spanking y'all.
That man shot 2 for 7 in the first action. I don't want to hear nothing about Post.
So all I know is Sengun had his usual 31-10 last night.
Jalen better figure it out. He better figure it the hell out. Go ahead.
They let Sengun do whatever he wants because they shooting 46 threes. It don't matter if he get 55 in the paint. They shooting 46 threes. Like you right, TP. Ime should be swinging on them in the huddle. Every time he call a timeout, just glove up and get your helmets.
No, for real. Because I can't even say that we're not. I can't blame us losing these games on a lack of effort to stop Steph. He's just that good. And whoever thinks that he was, as a Rockets fan, I'm gonna tell you.
I would say this.
Nightmares.
The way you start.
15 years.
I'm about to say this. The way you start Golden State is let Steph get what he can get. But I'm gonna make the other four. I'm gonna make y'all try to see if you can get your own shot off and everything. Like
they getting their own shot.
Jimmy Buckets is getting his shot off. So now what?
I forgot about
That's the problem. They can.
He forgot that you know the goddamn team.
Jimmy Buckets is getting his.
Oh, he really done turn into playoff Jimmy.
He has.
Bye, Bucks.
Oh yeah, the Bucks, they gone.
The Bucks are
gone. They
lost in overtime. Halliburton just spanked it. Oh man! Oh no!
They gone. Once Dame went down with the Achilles tear, that's it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered if Dame would have been healthy the whole series.
Oh, that's how it ended. Oh Lord!
It wouldn't have mattered. It's that.
I don't want to ever hear Giannis Defensive Player of the Year ever again. Halliburton just put that man on skates for the win in a closeout game. Closeout moment.
Well,
was this a Christian Okoye run getting smacked by Steve Atwater moment?
Pretty much.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't give Halliburton that much credit. I wouldn't give him that much credit, but
But we have to listen. We have to talk about it. We'll get back to the Rockets and the Warriors, but we got to talk about this LA Minnesota series. We got to.
No, we don't.
That man says squabble.
I got one thing to say. I want Anthony Edwards to stop acting like he's not going against 40-year-old Brown.
Well,
Hey.
I mean, the thing is, like,
I mean,
Cause
but
had-
40-year-old,
cause
but
had-
40-year-old
had
Bron
no-
is like, but 40, he going up against 40-year-old Bron. That's still an alien right there because
right, like
Bron
you
is
got to,
still
you
giving
got to. I'm allow him to talk the shit because 40-year-old
if
Bron is
he
Bron-
had to deal with 23-year-old Bron like the rest of the league had to, his ass would have been in the blender.
Oh no, of course.
no.
Of course,
No.
but the thing is, like,
So we act like 80 ain't him? Come on now, Lord Jamal.
No. Here, I'm gonna say this. If Larry Bird can tell Dr. J, you need to retire, ain't nobody taking no grace on LeBron James. Absolutely not.
well, I mean, shit, Larry Bird definitely did well, he did end up retiring because you know what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody got their time to go, Troy. It is,
And it's
what it is.
LeBron time to go.
No,
Bird
it's
won
not.
Bron,
He
though.
doesn't hurt him.
Nah, Bird won Bron.
He's still averaging.
Bron's still getting off every night.
Right.
Bron didn't get
but-
off last night. He was 0 in the second half.
Well, yeah. He didn't take no shots. That's him not being aggressive. He got to change his mindset.
Here's the thing. Just because you can still play
Don't mean you should.
doesn't mean you should.
Right. That's that too.
She's gonna be mad with me.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's my girl. That's my girl right there.
Be mad with me.
I'm
Listen.
just saying. You gotta know
Listen.
when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when
LeBron-
to walk away.
Is hurting his legacy the longer he keeps playing. It is not.
It ain't helping. This shit ain't helping. That's all I'm saying.
That gap between him
Well,
and Jordan
all right,
got
well, the
it
thing is,
went
well-
from a river to a canyon.
Well, that I thought about this the other day, right? I really thought about this. Like, thinking about it from the perspective of you as a kid chasing sports and you getting to know all of the best players, right? Then when we see or like these certain players finally get to the league, they're finally either playing against them or some of these guys have gotten to such high level that they're now all-stars or they're seen as the best players in that time frame or in that generation.
That means it's time to go.
No. I guess what I'm saying is like, and maybe for him too at some point, it's like, you know what, bro? Let everybody else, continue this debate on. I know that, like, whether I'm one or two, I'm better than everybody else, man. Forget y'all. Like, if it's me and Jordan, and whether there's this much of a gap or that much of a gap, whatever.
Imagine 35-year-old Bron retiring to go play in the Big Three.
No, stop it.
Cause
That
he's
ain't
bored.
never gonna happen.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Oh, Bron should have retired. When should he have retired?
Now.
Never, man.
Now.
No. But you can say, yeah, he should have retired now because you see the end result. Again,
All I'm saying,
36-year-old Bron retires to go and play in the Big Three because he's bored.
all right, I'll give you an example, right? Just because Emmitt Smith played 17 years and broke Walter Payton's record, does that mean he's better than Barry Sanders?
Absolutely
I
not.
don't know that he wasn't Barry Sanders. I know that for sure. He wasn't
Just
better
because
than
your
Barry Sanders.
numbers, because that's at this point, all he's doing is pushing the numbers far and far out. Are you winning though? When's the last time he won a championship? 2020, right?
Yeah.
Bubble
Pandemic
championship.
Bowl. Pandemic Bowl. He ain't sniffed the final six. I ain't sniffed.
Well, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey,
Why
come
not?
here.
Don't do
Why
that.
not? It's
What do you
been
mean, why
5
not?
years since
What
he's
do you
in the
mean, why
finals.
not? Jordan
But it's
ended
been
his career when?
But you got to
Hold on.
but
When did
DK, you
Jordan
got
end his
DK,
career? And
no,
then
We
when
were
did-
saying the same thing to Michael.
yeah, but you
It's
got
time to go.
It's time to
It's
go.
Kobe
You gotta
time.
understand-
As long as
Look
we being
at
fair.
Michael played. The Wizards weren't going nowhere.
As long as
They
we being
wasn't
fair.
winning.
As long
So
as
what
we
you
being fair.
doing?
As long
But
as we
here's the
being
thing
fair.
though. Here's the thing
Wasting
though.
time.
But here's the thing though. The 10 straight final LeBron James, we not gonna see that no more. That's
You know what?
No.
Also, like he tried.
We're not
this
gonna
was his first
see
year
that
with his
again.
son. He had to run with
You're
Luka.
never going to see anything like what he
We're
did.
not gonna see that again. Like that's
Right.
me being honest. That ain't happening no more.
That's not happening. So
I'm
I would say this when I'm gonna say this is when he should have left to leave out on top on his legacy. It don't matter if he got 4 chips and stuff like that. When you won the bubble championship, and then guess what? That should have been it. But then you play a couple more years. But see, here's the thing: your body starts to break down. It's breaking down, man. Like even him being the most physically conditioned athlete that's out there right now. We talking about this in every sport. We talking about this man is 40 years old, running up and down the court with dudes half his age, like literally half his age. But at the same time, he started getting these little small injuries. Cause we back then, like during that 10-year run that he went to the finals, you didn't hear anything about him getting hurt, like like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time he had to shut his whole body down, and he played less than 70 games, 75 games. Because you talking about LeBron playing 75, 80 games a year.
Yeah.
On top of playing in the playoffs. And then during that 10-year stretch, pretty much adding on an extra 5 years of playing in that stretch right there, going to the finals and stuff. That is a lot of wear and tear on your body. And for him to be, for him to be 40 years old and still can get up like that, motherfucker is an alien. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all call Wembanyama an alien. That nigga is an alien right there. But when you look at it to where all the greats knew when it was their time to go. Larry Bird knew when it was time to go because his back was fucked up. Magic Johnson knew when it was time to go because he got this motherfucker Michael Jordan that was sitting beside him at the Olympics. It's his league now. It ain't your league no more. It ain't your league. It's his league. And Mike, like, dude, hey, the game will pass you by, bro. It's time for you to sit down. Like, even with
I got a question for you, Doc.
Yeah, Dirk played 21 years. And we knew it was like, hey, it's time to go.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
How would you feel if LeBron went to a team where he was a role player, not even a starter?
I don't even think his ego gonna be able to handle that.
Too much pride, huh?
It's too much pride. We've seen that. It's the same thing.
I mean, but
no,
there's been multiple. We've seen it like Allen Iverson.
We've seen that with Carmelo. The last time we seen that was with Carmelo. Carmelo didn't want. He did not.
Hard
when he went to what was that? Houston, and he was talking to Daryl Morey. They was like, no, we want you to shoot corner threes because that is what, you know what I'm saying? Because he's playing analytics. That is where your highest percentage of your threes come from. And he was like, you're not going to start. You're going to come off the bench. It took Carmelo when he went to Portland to embrace coming off the bench and still scorching folks for like 20 points.
I'm gonna say this, right? And I'm gonna be as respectful as I can to LeBron. But LeBron went out and hired a podcaster to be his head coach after he watched the debacle in Brooklyn happen. LeBron decided he wanted AD to get a max contract instead of improving that roster. All of these moves that were made, and I get some of them are GM oriented, but nobody's making moves without calling LeBron and say what you think about it. Even if they do it without his consent, he getting a phone call. And for Jake, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was concerned that I was wrong about JJ, but then I remember the playoffs was coming. And real coaches have real game plans. And they have a game plan for the Lakers. Them players that we thought or I was told was good players cannot play defense. The Yacht Club can't play defense. So now it's on Braun and whatever backline defender you got back there to try and stop somebody from scoring 100 points. It ain't. I want to blame LeBron for everything, but it ain't all his fault. He got the Yacht Club orchestrating stuff. And the Dookie of all people, who should be the schematic general, is getting his doors blown off. You played your starters the whole second half. The result, and inefficient Luka, inefficient Luka, and LeBron didn't score. Now, I don't know if LeBron didn't score because he was protesting, saying, hey, this ain't what you do, but they didn't want to make no stink about it. I don't know. But for LeBron to go a whole half to not score, when you got people running around here calling him the GOAT, that's a problem. Because there ain't no way the real GOAT gonna ever let anybody take over again. Mike would punch Luka in the face at the start of the fourth quarter. Give me the ball and get out of the way.
Well, you punch Luka in the face, it'll be World War III.
but why would you trade for a closer? What did Luka do in Dallas? He was a closer. So LeBron has already shown multiple times throughout his career that he's not really a closer. Because he can't shoot the ball at a high percentage. He shoots a decent percentage, but he can't shoot it at a high percentage, especially in the fourth quarter. You coming down, pulling up bum threes, your little turnaround stop working, and then now your team lose because you're taking all these shots, or he's passing it out, and then now people are saying, oh, he's not clutch. He's not clutch because he passed the ball. He's passing out a double team.
So who's your big three right there?
Because he will tell you to do.
So with the Lakers, who's your big three? It's Bron, it's Luka, and who's the third? Who's the third wheel?
But offense is not the problem with them. That is not the issue.
And they traded away their defense.
They traded away their best defensive player. Thank you, the Lakers.
Again,
don't get me wrong. Jackson Hayes can play defense. Can do, but he can only do so much. He's not gonna get you 20 and 10.
Yeah, you can't. You can't have a defender that the only thing he's doing.
Rue hasn't decided what type of player he want to be.
Yeah, Rue
He's gonna give you just what he giving you.
Yeah, all right. So let's have the discussion, right? Because I know you see his skin color and you think, oh, Brooklyn. Rue is from Japan. They play just like the Europeans. He plays European basketball. So again,
but he also
he's on the yacht club. Too. Yeah, but he's on the yacht club.
Yeah, but he also went to Gonzaga.
Yeah, he went to Gonzaga.
How they played back in the day.
So
he went there when Gonzaga was Gonzaga. He came out the fact.
Yeah, it's everything that is happening to the Lakers is self-inflicted. It's just self-inflicted. You have 3 players on the court who cannot play defense. That is a problem.
Well, when your head coach has only coached 12-year-olds, what you expect?
I'm just saying.
I said it.
Look, man, he got 58 games.
Got to own some of that responsibility as well.
Wait, what you say, TP?
The GM has to own some of this responsibility.
Oh yeah, Rob Pelinka ain't
GM, Jenny Buss. Hold up, she's not that great of an owner.
No,
the GM is letting Braun pick and choose. You hire JJ Redick, who has never coached. You know what? I'll say that for my rant. You hire JJ Redick.
Same thing with Steve Nash. Steve Nash ain't never coached a damn game in his life, and he became.
He did coach. He coached soccer. He did. He coached soccer.
Man, shut up. And the same thing with goddamn with Derek Fisher. He had never coached shit. Ruined the whole WNBA franchise. Bald-headed bastard.
Definitely come get your boy over here.
He did. How the fuck you? Wait a minute. How in the hell? Who in their right mind put Candace Parker on the bench?
Whoa. How you
Okay, so hold on. Let's tell the whole story because we gotta make sure everybody understand the context. Derek Fisher was run out of the NBA because he was sleeping with his former players' girlfriend, wives, whatever.
Whatever.
And he caught that fade too.
No,
And
he ain't catch it because by the time he got there, Buddy drove 115 down the expressway. Derek
yeah,
was
he was
gone.
gone.
Derek said no. Derek was gone.
He knew better.
So,
He knew it was good for him.
that's how Derek Fisher got to the WNBA. So it wasn't like, oh, he wasn't doing that. No, he was not. He's not being an NBA coach.
And now what? He coach. He coached high school, but don't he coach the school LeBron's other son go to?
He coached over where Matt Barnes' twin boys go to school.
Which is insane because that's who was trying to beat him up.
Messing with that light-skinned niggas right there.
Bro.
No, we don't normally go down this road. But let me tell you something about Troy, right? When I was a younger man, I was a lot toxic about my kids. Ain't no way I'm finna throw you a fade, you escape, and then you're gonna be my kid's basketball coach? No, you can't coach not damn minute of damn basketball game till we square up at center court.
Yeah.
You gotta catch these hands before it's over.
Every time I think about it, I'm hitting you in the back of your head. It could be in the middle of the game.
Be like, why you got my boys up in there?
Okay. All right. Listen, growth is a beautiful thing in a man. And the fact that young man was able to have growth and allow that man to coach his kids is growth.
But are they winning?
I don't know.
I think they are.
They are?
Yeah, Matt Barnes' kids was. I'm pretty sure they're pretty.
But
good.
are they winning because of his coaches? Or the kids are telling him to sit his short ass down?
Oh no, he got more talent than a little bit. It ain't because
so he can't lose. Got you.
No,
right.
No. Got you.
If he do lose, he gonna catch a fade in the parking lot. So he got to win every game.
After Matt Barnes smoked that, after he smoked that blunt, then it'll be all good.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
It be like that. So.
Again, congratulations to Matt Barnes. You was crash out king for a whole 10 years. Congrats to you.
He passed that on to Steven Jackson.
Bro.
Steven Jackson came out the womb about that business. What you mean? He's from PA.
Steven Jackson called off his wedding because the woman didn't sign the prenup the day of the wedding. Can you imagine?
On, man. That boy from PA, Texas.
Oh, no, he'd have go for that though, for real. He'd have go for that, hey man.
Bro said, he kept
he kept asking her, can you sign the prenup now? Can you sign the prenup? It's 6 months out from the wedding. Can you sign this prenup? And she ducking and dodging. Oh man, we gonna have to let this go.
Oh, now I'm gonna you in front of all your people. Big.
It's just, it's definitely something. But we had some non-basketball news related, some absolutely craziness on 60 Minutes. But this is definitely oh man. So on 60 Minutes, Bill Belichick had a nice little interview talking about his new life, coaching the world, and his 24-year-old woman. And at some point during the interview, the interviewer asked him, "How did you meet?" And the young lady said, "We're not doing that. Move along."
She cut that shit short.
So
how they meet?
She cut that shit short.
We don't know.
SugarDaddy.com.
We don't know. But what we do know is we do know that.
What you mean we don't know? We don't want to speculate, but we definitely know.
No, yeah, we know. We just didn't hear it from her. or him.
Hey, what you call it? Chickendaddies.com. That's what
Looking for farmers. There we go.
oh shit. Christian
And
singles.
to be clear, it is definitely tricking if you got it. So
It is.
don't get it twisted. But I don't. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Right, there are some very attractive young ladies out there. That's wonderful. Me and a 30-year-old ain't got no business being together. Why in the blue blazes earth would I want to be with a 24-year-old? And I'm sure beautiful and all the stuff that got Shannon Sharp in trouble is on the table. But I'm not doing it.
Shannon Sharp
Like,
is dumbass for that shit.
I don't want to meet you. I want. What's your mama look like? Like, I don't want to meet you.
What's your mama look like?
I'm
Me too. Hey man,
I
what's your
was
mama
about to
look
say,
like?
if
Dog?
you 24, I want to know what your mama look like too, and I'm in my
For real.
30s, so
it's just no. Like
where your auntie at?
you can't come around. You can't. Your friends that's been your friend forever. Like I can't go hang out with Marlo and I got a 24-year-old. It ain't gonna work.
Marlo
roast
gonna
your-
put you
Marlo gonna roast your ass to no
Marlo,
ends.
bro.
So
Talking
it's,
Marlo
about
gonna
you
be
to
like,
your face.
What in the hell is this shit right here?
exactly.
Almost thought he was here for a second.
That's how you gonna sound too. That's how you gonna sound. What in the hell is this shit right here?
I know you lied, Troy.
I know you fucking lying right here.
Troy,
Why
I
is you
know
with this
you,
little ass baby right here? That's how he's gonna definitely sound.
Troy. I know
Man,
you lied.
let me tell you something. I took a person our age to a Florida Classic event because when Florida Classic, there's always an event. So I took one of these people that I was dealing with to a Florida Classic event. She did not fit the college educated motif. And my cousin, who played football at FAMU back in the day, tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Cuz, you need to do better next time." What do you think is?
Hey,
Hey, he looking out for you.
And he tried to hook me up with somebody that night too. It was funny, but I understood like you can't take everybody around your people.
you understood the assignment.
I ain't seen Bill and no pictures with a bunch of other couples that's his age. I ain't seen none of that. Maybe those people like sometimes you lose friends when you get a certain age. Like we lose friends at my age. Maybe he don't have the same friends he used to have. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But dog, when I'm looking at
I
pictures of your
mean,
kids and that girl, it's confusing.
now wait, Troy. Now we gonna be honest. Now he might have lost some friends, but the friends that's alive, they wives said you ain't hanging with Bill no more, and that was the end of it.
Because I don't listen, young man. Let me tell you something. No matter what your woman tell you, she is always gonna have in her mind birds of a feather.
Yep.
So if your friends is whole, she
That's
gonna
for sure.
assume you is a
No,
hoe.
I mean not even just that. Like
Oh,
think about how different life is if you with your best friend and him and his wife been together for 30 years. They've been together 30 years and your girlfriend 24. Y'all can't even hang out together.
Because
oh,
what do they have in common?
that's what I'm about to say.
Exactly.
Hey, Troy, I'm about to say like this. Destiny, she ain't gonna have that shit. She gonna be like, "Hey, get the fuck off. And let's go."
Let
And
go.
she gonna tell you just like that. She gonna tell you she'll probably choke that bitch.
It's just it. And again, this ain't one of our normal topics, but that just looking at that, and I am a full-blooded heterosexual black man. There is nothing attractive about a woman that's younger than my kids. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Maybe for somebody else, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, Meg Thee Stallion is beautiful, and it's a few other ones. What's that girl? The Chloe girl. the Chloe Bailey girl, she's beautiful. I don't want to date her. Now, what her mama look like?
Well, you know, Meg's mama passed away, but you know, she
But
got some
Meg's mama
aunties.
look like
Yeah.
her. Well, Meg
That
look
what-
like her mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when everybody was going crazy about Ice Spice, I seen her mama. I was like, oh. So these are things. Yeah, these are things that grown men, fully formed frontal lobe grown men think about. Like we not chasing the sandbox no more. We're not doing that. Like it's just crazy. But we got to talk about the Bryce Harper thing. I mean Blake Harper thing. Blake Harper transferred to Creighton. After
That was an odd ass move.
it was very much reported that Maryland was in the mix, and we knew Maryland's basketball program was in turmoil because they had Hall of Fame basketball players saying how much they didn't like the new coach. So it was in flux, and we knew it was in turmoil, and that wasn't going to be a great landing spot for Blake. But yet, the uncle dude was telling everybody and their mama, by the way, just because you deleted the tweet, don't mean I didn't screenshot it. How everybody he knew that the deal was already signed, that it was already confirmed that he was going to Maryland. I don't know how to say this. Blake wasn't asking for a whole bunch of money. So if anybody goes out there and say that bullshit, it's a lie. Blake wasn't asking for a whole lot of money. It came down to being, even though he's in Nebraska, they're in the Big East.
Mm-hmm. He want to play on the big stage.
He is playing on the big stage against big time teams. This was not about money. As much as all these idiots out here hollering about all the players going to take 7-figure deals, this wasn't a money play. This was an exposure play to get him to the next level. That's it. That is absolutely it.
He made
That man, did he score like close to 20 points a game?
Yeah.
Had like what, over 6 rebounds a game?
Yeah,
5
like
assists?
5 or 6 assists. Yeah.
So yeah,
6, 7.
Yeah, so that's definitely an exposure thing. Like I can understand if you was scoring like if you scoring like 15 points and 10 rebounds and stuff like that, and you get to Auburn University, they giving you a bag. Yeah, I understand that, but we still talking about Creighton. Creighton is a damn private school. He went from one private school to another, pretty much.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, you're playing against in the Big East. You're playing against the St. John's. You're gonna play against the Providences. You're gonna play UConn. UConn ain't no private school; it's a public school. But you know what I'm saying, their pedigree is in the
He's
Big
gonna have
East.
some better comp that he's playing now.
Right.
Yeah.
But and don't get me wrong, when he was at Howard, he was busting everybody's ass. But his competition was Norfolk State.
Right.
That was it. Like there was no other competition that he felt like that he could go out there and prove himself to. Like he could have went to he could have went to the SEC. He could have stayed, like I said, could have stayed in Maryland, went to the Big East. To the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of hell. He could have went to Memphis and played for Penny.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And in the American, and he gonna get, Penny's gonna get you somewhere. But to go to Creighton,
I don't. So Memphis wasn't. Every school that he picked. And if you look at the school that made the final list, they did not have a 6'7" combo guard. So he went to Creighton, had a need. They had essentially the spotlight for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good move for him. Do I think this hurt Howard? No. Howard has already reloaded with 2 other players. Howard's going to be fine. Howard is still going to be Howard.
Hell, he could have went to Texas Tech and played with Elijah Hawkins and JT Toppin. Like he could have went down there. They easily
Topping's still there.
easily could be a top 5 team.
Yeah,
next season.
And I don't want to start throwing out transfers because people are still transferring to schools. Even though the portal is closed, you're still going to see transfer moves because they just have to have their paperwork in the portal. And I see it all on Twitter. Is the portal closed? You're going to see this all the way through the year. If they're in the portal, they can still sign deals or still transfer as long as they are currently in the portal. Unless it's a Florida State tight end who decides that he don't want to be in the portal no more and goes back to school. So there's that. So I'm wishing Blake the best. I know, like I said, I know Howard is going to be all right. I saw a lot of positive messages from his alums. If your school has a player transfer out, don't call them names.
Yeah.
Don't treat them like you don't know them. Because it was all cool about a week ago. And now we're calling names. You think I don't want to? No, I really don't. Because them people kids. I don't really ever want to call a player.
I'm ready for football season. I want to talk about that damn whatever y'all got from upstate New York, from New York City.
You mean the best quarterback in the SWAC?
You talking about best quarterback in the SWAC? You talking about SWAC?
Say it properly.
You talking about
y'all
SWAC?
said that last year about SWAC Richardson.
He was also and he was also SWAC newcomer of the year.
That is true. I would give him that. I would give him all the credit that he deserves. But y'all said the same shit about Daniel Richardson last year.
But he also showed improved. Had that man not went down against Fairview, he would have been offensive player of the year, and you fucking know it. Don't even start.
You sure he would have been offensive player of the year?
Yes.
Nah.
Absolutely.
So let's just call a buck, right? At the beginning of the year at SWAC Media Day, we all had the same concern about Daniel Richardson. His turnovers.
And his height. That man is fine.
And his height. Now, I was on record saying I wasn't sure about his size. I liked, unlike other people, I liked Junior because he was efficient in the spring game.
He was what?
Listen, I understand everybody got pictures of him kicking baby seals. I understand that. Nobody likes him.
We got pictures of his blind ass throwing interceptions in 4K.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. I had not seen him throw interceptions at all in the spring game. I was like, okay, cool. Now,
he threw an interception in the damn classics.
I did not. You know what? So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I was drunk that classic. Let that go.
Okay, right. Fine.
But that's what I was saying throughout the year. I was like, oh, I'm wrong.
He was
not.
He was Rashawn McKay-esque.
Yeah, I was wrong. Now let me go ahead and say this: that is not the case with CJ Montez at all. He threw 26 touchdowns in 2023 and won.
I remember, buddy.
I did not really.
This ain't the Patriot League right here. It's SWAC.
I'm not saying the SWAC does not have good defense. In 2023, he faced hellified defense, and in 2024, one of those hellified defenses took him out the game.
Yep.
If he is fully recovered, he's gonna be a problem. Now, again, we're talking about this, and like I said before, when them other podcasts was doing way too early polls, I had a way too early poll and asked people to put it on record. We're gonna reveal it on Thursday. But even before the Montez,
who was your top team in the SWAC?
I'm gonna reveal it on Thursday. But the difference is
we know who my damn top team is.
The difference was not that far apart.
Hurricane end of the goddamn world. My top team ain't changed.
I do want to question the content creator who picked Bethune-Cookman. I do want to get him on the show.
Huh?
I need to get them on the show.
What the hell?
And this poll went out after
What the hell,
y'all? Lost their best. So that ain't. Hey, listen, that ain't. Yeah, I think Bethune is the most egregious one. Prairie View A&M, I can understand somebody picking them, but Bethune,
I mean, hey, they got a new coach, and Buddy is a champion, so I can see that.
Yeah.
And he changing everything around there though too. Like he's trying to tell the alumni, look, this ain't the fucking 0-80 Prairie View team that y'all used to see back in the 90s. This is a whole new regime.
And listen, I'm giving Prairie View A&M grace. To be honest with you, I don't think they're going to be the best team in the West. I don't. I think it might be Texas Southern.
What you smoking on, Troy?
I don't think they're going to be the best team in the West. It's either Southern or Texas Southern. Either them.
Does Southern have a quarterback?
No.
Jalen Wood.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Okay, so by rule, he's probably going to end up. Jalen Wood is the most experienced quarterback coming back next year?
Mm-hmm, because he said went up to Grambling.
So he is probably going. Yeah, he is probably going to be the SWAC offensive player of the year because they have the rule about if you played the year before and all that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All of that. all of that.
She said, "Go Brandon."
She's a Brandon alum.
But again, the SWAC is going to be wide open until the first actual conference game of the season. It's going to be wide open. It's absolutely going to be wide open. I do think FAMU will be 2-0 in the MEAC before they hit conference season again.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got from the MEAC?
Oh, wait. Howard, NCCU. Yeah, Howard and NCCU.
I haven't heard too much about Central.
That's because we stole all their coaches. Players, too.
I haven't heard too much about Central.
All of them at 1601 South Martin Luther King Boulevard right now.
I'm going to say this. Central, I am confident Central is going to play the same type of defense they play year in and year out. The problem is that they do not allow their quarterback to throw the football. They told me the same. We should give NCCU the same kind of smack we give Morgan State because NCCU didn't throw the ball that much either.
Nah, but the difference is Morgan State won't shut the hell up. NCCU just leave. They don't bother people.
But
Morgan
here's the thing, though, too.
Morgan will swear.
Central's defensive coordinator going across the road to A&T. Courtney Cord is over there with Sean Gibbs right now.
Yep.
He's at A&T right now. So here's the thing with this. We all know Trey Oliver is a no-nonsense, I don't give a damn type of coach, right? We all know that. But he got some work that's cut out for him because first and foremost is your QB. Walker Harris, aka Walker Texas Ranger. I mean, is he coming? He's back. You don't have Jamari Taylor because he's gone to FBS. Your big play wide receiver Joaquin Davis is an undrafted free agent right now in the NFL. The best lineman transferred out last year. That went to South Carolina. And he's in the NFL on the UDFA.
They just had another offensive lineman hit the portal.
Yeah, and so now it don't look good for Central, but guess who look good for? Guess who gonna be second in command? It looked good for the Norfolk State team up in with Michael Vick it's
Ooh.
definitely gonna look good for that South Carolina State team and Black Thanos.
Listen, if Norfolk State win the MEAC, it's gonna be some heads rolling in DC.
Oh yeah, they already said it. They already
It's
said it. Find me a damn offensive coordinator. But your offensive
'cause
coordinator is your head coach too.
that's
So,
why they're trying to fire the offensive coordinator. I'm trying to tell you.
no, your head is
But
the head. Get rid of him. He the one who calling out the damn plays. The offensive coordinator is just a figurehead.
so there was a lot, and we're gonna get into this draft a little bit. There was a lot of noise being made about the lack of, and shout out to Carson Vincent who got drafted.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. So he was the only HBCU player that got drafted, even though, and I'm saying that this way because how they calculate players being drafted, their last school is the school that gets credit for them being drafted. But we all know where they came from, right? So A&T had a running back get drafted.
They sure too. Yeah.
He came out of Virginia Tech. There was a couple other players got drafted. But there's a lot of us content creators like to push narratives. I don't want to push narratives because I don't want people not being able to think for themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have people saying, and some people have said, well, why would you go? Like, I think the tweet out today was, don't go to a D2 school because none of them got drafted. Okay.
But how many players from the FCS got drafted this past weekend? It wasn't that
Yeah,
many.
A lot.
But it wasn't as many like what you've seen in past years.
Yeah.
but I also think people misunderstand. Like everybody that play college sports don't want to go pro. They want a free education and get the fuck out the way, and that is perfectly fine. If you're gonna go to D2 and not be $70,000 in debt and play ball, have it.
I think what we have to change is, so the players that leave, right? You know, they leave for greener pastures. They see that you don't get drafted in the HBCU. That has to change because we're now creating this path to the NFL that'll have you pit stop at HBCU, which actually hurts the program because when you're trying to build something and you get a freshman in, you expected them to be there minimum 3 years, you know, unless they declare early, you know, 4 years if they redshirt, you're expecting them to be there. How can I build a program when I don't even know if my player is going to be there next year?
So here's the thing, though. You got to look at it. The SCS national champions, North Dakota State Bison, had one player drafted in the first round. The Raiders took the quarterback, championship
that
quarterback.
We ain't gonna keep.
That you're not really gonna keep. Got him in the fourth round. And then you had some other players a couple of players from Central Arkansas get drafted.
They took the quarterback from NDSU, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy that outplayed Shadur Sanders when they went head to head this year.
Yes.
So I can understand that though, because they went toe to toe. They went toe to toe with a P5 school, and they had them on the ropes.
TP just said something there.
They had him on the ropes, and he outplayed the starting quarterback on the other team. So he earned his draft position, but it's the opportunity. Does he get that same opportunity if he's relegated?
I think he gets the same opportunity because of the fact that you're only going to have Geno for maybe at least 1 or 2 years.
He has to and I'm just going to keep it a buck with you, right? He has to beat out 8. And
I think anybody could beat out Aiden O'Connell.
everybody thinks
He
that,
will
but
beat out-
every year nobody
will-
beats him out.
He will beat out Aiden O'Connell. He will. And I hope Desmond Ritter ain't still on the roster because he damn sure ain't gonna get.
Did you
He
hear
fourth
me
string
mention-
at this point.
Did you hear me mention Adolph? Now the one player that I like that we did draft is Malak. I like Malak.
But you converted him to a wide receiver though.
Yeah,
That's fine.
he is gonna be a do-it-all player. He gonna be he is the replacement for the walk-on, who we haven't seen play since he fumbled those 2 fumbles against Arizona and cost us a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Bitch.
So I'll tell you one thing about getting a converted quarterback to wide receiver. They come with a particular set of skills, which is called football knowledge. Because just because you can be athletic and run fast and run good routes, that doesn't mean that your football IQ is the highest.
Right.
But we see a lot of great players, a lot of really good players that don't have the IQ, or players that have the IQ, they don't necessarily have the world-class talent to go with it. Which one do you think I would prefer? I want to somebody who got the football IQ, that he may not be the most gifted talent physically, but I know that he's going to do his job and he's going to play with a certain level of heart.
And you think about it, you look at guys like Brad Smith, played quarterback in Missouri, transferred, and then came in NFL as a receiver. Reggie McNeil was the same thing when he was at A&M. Ryan Tannehill came in, was a receiver, switched over to quarterback, and did what he did. Julian Edelman. I forgot about Julian Edelman.
Yeah. These are smart football players, and you see how that translates.
And while like I said, TP brought up a great point. A lot of people had a lot of narratives when it came to Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
And now the easiest way for me to explain it from my viewpoint is I've been a programmer since 2000, right? Professional programmer since 2000. When you go to interviews, they question, why do you program the way you program and what's your thought process? If you can't explain your thought process, which is 80% of the job, to the people that you want them to give you a large amount of money, you have failed.
Right.
You need them to be able to understand you. If everything that we're hearing about Shedeur being able to explain his thought process is true, that's why he failed.
Let me tell you the moment I knew he was cooked. And this is when the Cam Ward completely jumped over Shedeur. Was in that bowl game when Colorado got their ass whooped. And then you see Shedeur on the sideline saying, I just can't figure this defense out. They were running palms cover 4 the whole game. They never switched their defense. And you can't figure that out? And you want to be an NFL quarterback? Come on, man. You have to be a student of the game. And he didn't prove that he was a student of the game. And you go throughout the season, he got outplayed in way too many games. If I'm thinking about the number one quarterback, you can't tell me one game where Cam Ward was outplayed by the other quarterback. But I can give you 4 where Shedeur was outplayed by the other quarterback.
Now
he got outplayed by Dylan Raiola. He got outplayed by that guy at NDSU. He got outplayed in Utah. Like, the list is crazy.
My thing with Shedeur, and it's this. So in that game, like you talk about in that bowl game, right? And you said you seen this list move saying that I can't figure this defense out. Ain't that on your offensive coordinator?
They changed offensive coordinators in the middle of the season. That was another problem.
Guess what? Guess who he falls back on now?
He has never had the same offensive coordinator for more than a year.
But guess what?
There's still a level of preparation.
Who does that fall back on though?
That falls on him. That is his own preparation. What film are you watching before you go into this game? You going in there like Booby Miles? This shit God given? Okay, you finna get cracked upside your head. You look at the way Jaden Daniels prepared for the season this year.
Yeah.
Innovated. CJ
He's just
Stroud
doing it.
already watching film the day he gets
I'm
drafted.
sorry, y'all.
These are the things that you have to do to be successful. And when they went through their interview process, guess what the GM said? They were students of the game. Nobody said that about Shedeur. I ain't heard that one time. I seen his change though.
And again, two things can 100% be true. It can be personal for some teams.
It could have been.
I can tell you right now, on everything that my Raiders did, but we should have been hit with losing a draft pick the way we was pandering to him all season long. But whenever he lost them forever. Because you couldn't tell me.
You forget the fact that the Raiders got a new head coach too. The same coach that was talking to him throughout the season ain't the coach that's there right now. Because it might have been a different draft process.
And you already know Pete Carroll is damn near an old school type coach, but he got a young mind at the same time.
Time out. Antonio Pierce. Let me take this moment to apologize. I drug you up and down these streets about not winning properly. However, your incompetence has led to us having Ashton Genty. I like the name Ashton. That's Ash's name. And I like the fact that he probably going to run for 1,900 yards this season. I want to thank you.
Not if your quarterback can't pass against a stacked box.
I mean, we're going
to. Yeah, I got Gino. Gino can dice up a defense. He's done it before.
I just need I don't need Gino to try and be superhero. I need him to be efficient. And I need him to get the ball downfield about 3 times a game. That's it.
You gotta have a box breaking quarterback. And what I mean by that is you can't allow teams to put 8 in the box and you can't pass the ball. Because if you can't pass the ball against 8 in the box, you don't need to be an NFL player. That's pretty. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. You know, as far as football goes, if you're a quarterback in the NFL and you can't find an open receiver and they got 8 in the box, there's a problem there. Because now we can't run the ball, we can't do nothing.
Also, I don't know what the plan is because we needed a linebacker and another offensive lineman, and y'all drafted a quarterback that we didn't need right now.
Y'all do need a quarterback.
We got Gino and we got a backup. Aiden is fine as a backup. Our problem was we had a center that did not want to hike the ball when the quarterback was expecting it, and it cost us a game.
I think the funniest part of this draft was when the Saints took Tyler Show. If y'all wanted Arch, all y'all had to do was say it. Because there's no way that he should have got drafted.
My timeline went ape shit when that happened with the Saints.
There's no, like, with everything that I just said, there is nothing that I saw on Tyler Show that said that he was better than Shedeur, let alone Jalen Milroe. Like, that's where it started to become, okay, this is a joke. I called Jackson Dart on this podcast multiple weeks in a row. Who did I say was the second best quarterback in the draft?
You were right, Jackson.
I said it multiple times, and I meant it.
I think I got on. You was the reason why I got on the Jackson Dart bandwagon, because I'm like, big, strong arm quarterback and take some time to develop. That'll be great.
You cut down on some of those mistakes. They like to show the game that he had against Florida. It's to, oh, y'all really picked this guy. Show the other 23 starts. Like, can we not do that? We're going to show one bad game and then that's it. I can show you multiple bad games from Shedeur. Multiple instances where we're looking like, what are we doing here? But y'all give me one little clip of highlights or lowlights, whatever you call it. But then I go look at Tyler's show, and I'm trying to find out where he's good. This is Josh Rosen, by the way. This is Josh Rosen reincarnated, because I said the same thing when he got drafted. I was like, what do the Cardinals see in Josh Rosen? He's not a winner. His percentage is low. He's slow, and his arm isn't the strongest. What is it?
They didn't do much better, TP. They got a quarterback that needed a high chair to see over the line.
At least he run a 4.3. At least he runs a 4.3. They won some games with Kyler Murray. They've been in the hunt. Can they get over the hump this year? Maybe. They showed up the defense. They definitely got a lot better on the defensive side. Got another year in the Marvin Harrison Jr. belt.
I don't think Arizona get over the hump.
That division ain't the best right now. It's wide open. Seattle in rebuild. 49ers ain't looking like they used to. The Rams might have a bit of an issue over there.
Let's
Why
talk
not
about
this year? Why not this year? The NFC West is wide open.
I'm going to say this, and y'all going to get mad at me for saying this. The 49ers have a quarterback problem.
The quarterback can't see over his own line.
Their quarterback cannot, that they allow. The 49ers.
See, Troy, you in the transfer portal, you talking about the 49ers.
They
in limbo. I can't hear
you have to get a game changer now.
So do you move away from Brock Purdy?
I hope I'm back now.
Do you move away from Brock Purdy?
No, they gotta pay him.
Yes.
I don't
They
think
gotta pay him. What is the alternative now?
I mean, they don't have one now. They stuck with his ass now.
But here's the thing, because this is the last year of his contract. So if he goes out and if they go out and they win 10 plus games, now you're not in the running for one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. Do we pay him because the alternative ain't much better?
If they give him $50 million, they will never make it back to a Super Bowl.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
He will handicap their salary cap.
Probably.
Okay, so if they give him $50 million and they get, you are saying that he is a difference maker.
I'm saying that I trust the devil that I do know.
You think you trust the devil that you do know?
Yeah,
that's what he's saying, bro.
Oh Lord, bro.
Because if you try to move on and then you go backwards, now you look foolish. Now it looks like, oh, maybe we should have stuck with Brock Purdy, because at least we were winning games. At least we were making it to the playoffs.
All right, so you say hold on to Brock Purdy ass until he started losing.
Exactly. Until he proves that he can't do it. Because they won games. They made it to the playoffs. They made it to the NFC Championship game with Brock Purdy. Do we just give up because we don't like what like
GP said, even if he turn around and make him cry, don't you go. Things will change. Things will go your way. Just hold on.
Just hold on.
Day.
Just hold on.
Listen,
but there is a level of money that you don't give them.
Right now.
You have to get to the point where you're like, hey, we trust you, we want you, but we're not giving you Josh Allen money. That's the thing.
Say, bro, why you sound like Felice Johnson when you say that?
What is happening? Why are the refs trying to extend this? Why are y'all trying to extend this game?
It's in the script.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a charge, buddy. Wow.
It's in the script. They said he can't go nowhere until
Man, I believe in my point guard. Anyway, but again, that's very interesting. For all the teams that want to tank for Arch Manning, you're gonna be tanking for 2 seasons. All right, so he's staying his entire college experience, and I love that for him.
Yeah, I love it too.
If he
Yeah.
if he gets a
He gon-
national
he gon-
championship,
He pissed off a whole bunch of people.
Hey, I tell you what, if I know anything about the Mannings, if the Saints have the number 1 overall pick, Arch is declaring for the draft.
yeah,
There's
I'll
no,
say that.
there's no way that he abandons the opportunity to follow in his grandfather's footsteps. There's no way that happens.
Not only do I agree with that, but the moment he gets drafted to the Saints, he immediately becomes the best player in the NFC South.
He's that good. And I'm excited for this season. I feel like Sarkisian, if this ain't the year, then you may not be the guy. That's how I feel about it. If this ain't the year, if you can't win with Arch, you ain't gonna win with nobody.
I'm about to say something completely inappropriate.
No, hell.
I seen his wife, and I understand why he may not be as focused. And the fact that they got a baby on the way.
Ain't no baby on the way. Did you have a baby already?
And, oh yeah, that's right. She had the baby. So
she had the baby.
TP, that's what happened last season.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
No, but remember last season they was going through a divorce, and you know.
See what I'm saying? He had a turbulent season last year.
He going through a divorce. He put that thing.
So that was affecting his play calling.
TP, TP said, "Fuck all that."
Listen, TP. I was going through some relationship things, and I wrote some bugs. Not only did I write some bugs, I ain't care that I wrote some bugs. I just was going through it. So it happens. It happens. You know, just got to cut your man some slack. Cut him a little slack. I cut my coach a little slack. A little. Not a lot, a little. But we don't make the playoffs this season. I just need a getaway driver to be ready when I plant the for sale sign. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm already playing the Powerball every chance I get. If I hit this Powerball, I'm just gonna walk around with security in the suitcase. I'm gonna be on other people's campuses. Coach, you need a 6'4", 6'7" wide receiver? All right, I'll be back. But
let me know how that work out for you.
If I got the Powerball money, it's gonna work out great. But no. Listen. Oh man, listen. Look at Mitchell Robinson is for real. Mitchell Robinson is 13 points, 11 rebounds. Man.
But while we talking about the draft, shout out Nick Casario. Bravo. First of all, the tackle that we drafted out of Minnesota, when you go back and look at his tape, he played against some of the best pass rushers in this draft, i.e. Abdul Carter, Stonewall. Right? That's what we needed. We can put him at right or left tackle, put him out there. His tape shows that he can defend against elite pass rushers. Is what we need, right? We look at the wide receiver room just exploded. We started out with Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 215, 4'7". Put him next to Niko. They damn near identical. So now CJ Stroud got 2 6'4" wide receivers. Oh, we went out and got Christian Kirk in the offseason. And then we come back and draft Jalen Noel. 5'11", 194, runs a 4.39, 41-inch vertical, and bench presses 23 reps at wide receiver. Those are offensive lineman numbers. This kid is strong. He's fast. He's explosive. and he is going to be able to make an immediate impact anywhere we put him on the field. He can punt return, kick return, slot receiver, line him up outside. We just got a whole lot better in the offensive side of the ball. And then we come back and we draft my favorite player in the entire draft, Jalen Smith, cornerback, USC. I had the pleasure of coaching him when he was 11 years old. And it made me, like, y'all don't understand how happy I was to see him get drafted, let alone to the Texans. I'm immediately on the phone texting his dad, congratulations. Can't wait for y'all to get to Houston. Can't wait to see him play. It's been a hell of a roll. God is good. All that. The boy can ball, though. He plays with a different level of intensity from the cornerback position. Somebody that will come up and hit you, get his hands on people, bump and run, man coverage, which is something that we like to do in Houston. So he's going to fit in very well. And then the last good pick that we got, I'm going to say 2 picks, because that tight end that we got from Iowa, Luke Lackey, outside of some leg injuries that he has sustained, he was top grade talent. He was originally projected to go in the top 3 rounds until he had a couple injuries this past season. So that's a great pick if he can stay healthy. And then to add to our running back room, we go out and get Woody Marks, running back, USC, who a lot of people slept on because he didn't have the explosive numbers. But when you watch him play, the man falls forward, good hands out the backfield, and he's not afraid of pass protection, standing in against linebackers.
Well,
we got a whole lot better. So Tennessee, I don't care that y'all drafted Cam Ward. We on your ass. Travis Hunter not finna get open. You put him on defense. Who we guarding? You go put him on Niko? Cooked. Put him on Higgins? Cooked. Put him on Jalen Noel? Cooked. And you know why I know they cooked them? Because when they played Colorado, they cooked the shit out of them. So it don't matter.
Who drafted a Canadian kid that cooked the entire Colorado defense when he was at Stanford?
I don't know. You talking about the receiver?
Yes.
No, he didn't cook the whole time, the entire defense. He cooked Travis Hunter in the second half. Because Buddy didn't have no catches in the first half.
Here's so that game raised me some concerns when it came to Travis Hunter playing corner, right? That guy was big and physical from the line of scrimmage. That was the only time that I was like, okay, we got some concerns here for Travis Hunter. And he wasn't the best
wide receivers.
He was not the best corner in the draft.
Jahdae Barron was.
So, and again, that's fine.
I think the Jags drafted him. It tells you, one, they liked him overall.
Yeah.
Was he the best receiver in the draft? No. The best receiver in the draft was Emeka.
Ibuka.
Yeah, Emeka Ibuka from Ohio State. That was the best receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Matthew Golden was right behind him, and then I had Travis Hunter. I had him as the 3rd best receiver, and I had him as the 2nd best corner. And the only reason that I have him over Will Johnson is the fact that Will Johnson has had to battle some injuries. And I didn't see Maxwell Harrison guard elite wide receivers and do a good job against them. They played a lot of zone at Kentucky.
Now, that game, you were talking about that game against when he played me in Stanford. Remember, he was coming off of that lacerated liver, too.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But he still got cooked in it. He still got cooked in that second half.
When they played Iowa State, he got cooked the entire game.
Right. So with the Cowboys, of course, we went O-line because we plan trying to, we try to replace Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. Y'all done lost some stars on that O-line.
Yeah, we lost the stars on the offensive line, but But slowly but surely, we are getting some. You know, what I'm saying, we are getting some quality players for the offensive line.
I would say about 6 years ago, we had Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin on that O line. That was the best O line in football.
Yeah, had what's the boy name? Steele, Tan Steele. You had
I forgot who the right tackle was.
Yeah, I forgot who. I keep forgetting always who the right tackle is.
But I know it was Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, and Zach Martin, and they were the best at their position. Not so like you think about that, like Travis Frederick and Jason Kelsey was like neck and neck as far as going for the best center in the league, and then you got Tyron Smith battling with Laramie Tunsil and Trent Williams at left tackle. But by far, Zach Martin has been the best right guard in the NFL pretty much his whole career.
So I got a quick question, and I'm not doing this to make anybody crash out. How are we rating Dallas draft?
I give it to you. I give it a B-.
B-. It was a draft.
It was a draft. Like it wasn't like an exciting draft because we're trying to fill in positions that we need. Like I think the steal for us was we're getting Jaden Blue out of Texas. Now his thing is, can he go out there and pass protect? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So we're not gonna put him in there for pass. We're not gonna put him there for pass protection. So we're gonna put him in there for dump offs. Can he run around, out of the backfield and stuff like that? Can he catch? Those are the things that
he was probably the second best receiver on the team behind Golden, and that's with Isaiah Bolden on the field.
So when you think about it, you look at that, and then I know we went and got some defensive players. We got a cornerback because we don't know how long it's going to take for Trayvon Diggs to come back from that injury. But we still got Deron Bland. We got Kel Carson on the other side who basically shined for us when Bland was out. So we got some players at depth. We still got our safeties. We still got Marquise Bell. We still got Donovan Wilson. We still got Malik Hooker. We still got some, those players that were Dan Quinn guys. They stayed over because from what I heard, Eberflus is a good defensive coordinator. Yeah. He is a good defensive coordinator. So he was just terrible as a head coach because they didn't give him shit in Chicago. So I cannot blame what happened in Chicago solely on Eberflus because that was a disaster waiting to happen. But
the problem with Eberflus, he was a horrible game manager. He was horrible. He was worse than Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce put together.
So just let him hold the clipboard and coach the defense. And
that's all. That's all he needs to do.
That's it.
That's all he needs to do. And you see how quickly he went back to the coordinator role. He was a head coach for 2 years total.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is the end of Matt Eberflus as anybody's head coach.
All right, so we got to squeeze a couple things in before we get out of here. I gave the Pittsburgh Steelers draft an F. They had one job.
Get a quarterback.
That is it.
They had ample chances.
Oh, they're trying to take out our players. They're trying to take out my team. Oh my God.
They had ample chances. They had plenty of chances to get Shador. Now, guess what?
They could have got Jalen Milroe and developed him.
Jalen Milroe. Guess what? He's with your rival. Like, just think, like, yeah, it's a whole F. So the Rooneys are placing all their chips on if Aaron Rodgers is going to come to them or not. And if I'm an owner, a president, or a general manager, I am moving on from that. That dude right now. Back in the day, say about 5-6 years ago, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, I would definitely try to, you know what I'm saying, try to get him off of Green Bay. But now, no, I would just let him say, stay your ass in the woods, take all the mushrooms or whatever you take. You can take all that and do what you got to do. We're gonna move on. But now, guess what? You're gonna go with Mason Rudolph as your fucking starter.
I mean,
That's your starter.
they don't even have the salary cap room to go get Kirk Cousins.
They don't even have it. Hell, I would have said you could go get Daniel Jones, and I it would have been fine with that.
Ooh.
I mean, he's Daniel Jones up in Indianapolis with the Colts. Come on, like I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket for one dude, like for real. And he's holding y'all hostage.
Somebody got to get fired for this whole waiting for Aaron Rodgers thing. They got to get fired.
Do you think it's on Mike Tomlin, or is this on the GM?
Management. It's on management because based on everything that we know about Mike Tomlin, this does not sound like his decision. Does not sound like he's one of those guys of like, okay, we'll wait on the prima donna quarterback to pick us as the ugly girl in the prom that we're gonna dance with. No, that don't sound like a Mike Tomlin type thing. But I mean, we'll see. We definitely will keep monitoring this. Did this TV just freeze? It did. Wow. So we're going to another. All right, cool. So for everybody that has been on social media, anywhere on social media, there is this absolute stupid hypothesis on one gorilla versus 100 black men. First off,
I gotta be black men. Why just can't be men?
I didn't want to use the N-word, but that's where it started. And then it has morphed into 100 men. But I just want everybody to know where it started. My first thing is, I don't know how we got in this. Because I don't know 100 black men that's going to be like, you know what? We can take that gorilla. Because all the black men I know got good common sense. But let's just pretend I don't know men with common sense. I need to know what Animal Kingdom videos y'all been watching the way y'all thought that a gorilla was going to be okay with 100 black people, 100 people running up on them. When?
They ain't never watched Donkey Kong. They ain't never played the game Donkey Kong. Don't you see it?
If 100 motherfuckers run up on a silverback gorilla, it's gonna be 100 L's given.
We're not talking about just losing a fight with some lumps. You going away to see your maker.
Yeah. This is raps. You don't walk away from a fight with a gorilla.
Gorillas don't walk away from fights. They are the king of I wish a motherfucker would.
Lions don't want it with gorillas. And they supposed to be the king of the jungle. Close your mouth, Troy. Y'all in the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just saw Mikal Bridges just lace one. Just absolutely lace one. I'm sorry. Y'all just had to see all my tonsils. But yeah, he just listen.
It'll be 100 L's given, man. Y'all like stop fucking playing. When we talk about bare fists, because the question had to be asked: are any weapons allowed? They said no. Straight hands. What damage are y'all gonna do to him?
They bringing the
Now,
slingshot to a gunfight.
is this? Hey, Troy, is this the time? Hold on, let me put myself back on camera. Is this the time I tell everybody to tell their mama to get that black dress ready for
them? Their mama had already called them and
get the shirts ready.
the
R.I.P.
spray-on shirts.
R.I.P. Pookie. Hey, how Pookie died? Oh, he joined in on that 100 dude versus Gorilla. Oh, damn, man. Yeah, he was number 27 to go.
And then listen, you can't be on the internet talking about how crazy it is to grab an alligator. And you talking about taking on a gorilla. And I
want to know what happens after the first 80 get mopped and there's only 20 of y'all left. Do we abandon? Like, do we get out of there? Or do we finish it? Because imagine dude 98, 99, and 100, and y'all the last three left. He done mocked 97. Are we still going in?
It's too late. You can't run. It's gonna get you.
Hey, I ain't gotta be faster than the gorilla. I just gotta be faster than you.
You know what my girl gonna be looking at me like? She gonna look at me like, nigga, what is you doing? She gonna look at me with these cheeky ass eyes, and she gonna be like, nigga, what is you thinking of?
Oh my God.
You can't go up in there with no gun or nothing like that. Oh, hell no.
But it get better. Cause it was like, okay, fine, no gorilla, a polar bear. Why?
Oh,
that's worse.
That's worse. First of all, black people don't like cold like that. What the fuck? We don't really know. Come on.
Polar bears can track you by smell across the frozen tundra. You are not running away. When they own your ass, they own your ass. Like, oh, that's
like.
But so the one big animal y'all should try. Y'all can run up on a Canadian brown bear. Y'all can get him. They ain't that big. Y'all can get a brown bear. Don't go against the grizzly now. Mind you, I said brown bear. If he's black, run.
Bro, it's just like watching Cocaine Bear. It's like watching Cocaine Bear.
Just laced another one.
It's like watching Cocaine Bear. Motherfucker took a line and just started offing folks.
Oh man. All right, Destiny, you have a good one. Oh man.
No, she said, I told her, that's what my girl gonna say. She gonna say, nigga, what is you doing? She said, I'm just gonna kiss you goodbye.
And look, if you the motherfucker that ran, now you a bitch. To lose.
Oh, you a bitch out there. You ran for the. I value my life, bro.
Hey. The coward gets to tell how the idiot died. Don't be the idiot. Be the coward.
Mm-hmm. Don't. Bob thought he could win. Bob did. Don't be like Bob.
Don't be like Bob. Oh, this is a good game. Come on, Pistons, let's go,
man.
Ha!
Cause y'all cheated that last game. That should have been a foul.
Oh man, here we go.
I just want to point out that I said the Detroit Pistons were not going to be an easy out. I said that.
Oh, I know they weren't going to be easy. They have literally put this is a good series for the Knicks because once they move on, they will be battle tested for the Celtics.
If
they move on,
you know, if it's 3-1. Listen, if we lose 3-1, there is a coach out there right now that just got fired that can turn us instantly into a contender the very next day.
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone.
The one from the Nuggets, yeah.
Instantly.
If he does blow a 3-1, he wouldn't be the first coach.
Sure would.
Boy, Doc Rivers can't catch a break on
and Tony. The D was silent.
Oh man.
The D is
All you
fucking
gotta do
silent.
is foul.
We were supposed to win the championship that year.
I know
We
this
had
team ain't
we had
gonna
the
hold on,
Warriors.
y'all. Hold on.
We let it go. I still ain't recovered. 27 missed threes in a row.
Oh, you sick on that.
I'm gonna be mad about that until we win the championship.
Oh man. I just
I need Steph Curry to go ahead and retire, man. It's been a good run. Your daughter grown now. We remember when she was a little girl. She grown
no,
now. Go ahead and retire.
he gonna keep going till he get him one more, and then everybody have to tell the truth about LeBron.
Yep.
Because you can't be the GOAT and you gave up 5 to your contemporary.
I mean,
And
the
you
longer LeBron plays, the more he damages his legacy, which is sad.
That's what I was saying. Do you think it's about that time? If let's just say, if Minnesota give them the boot in the first round, do you think it's about that time for him to say, "I'm hanging up the sneaks"?
He should put his papers in the very next day.
Yep. I mean, we looking at it from the standpoint of, is he trying to wait till Bryce is in the league? Is that what's happening at this point? Is he playing to? I mean, you don't play to lose the game; you play to win the game. But is he actually capable of winning? Is the real question. Because we know he can play. He can still play the game. He's still athletic. He takes care of his body. He does all these things. Can he win while being the star player? Even Ray Allen had to take the back seat. He was the star player on his team for years, and he didn't win the championship until he went and was a role player. He was still star quality, but he wasn't the star. When Boston won the championship, he was the third. Paul Pierce and KG was the 1 and 2, and he was the 3. And then they still had Rajon and Kendrick Perkins. And then when he won that championship with Miami, he was the third. He was LeBron and D Wade was 1 and 2. He was the third. LeBron might have to look at it like, hey, I might have to go be a 2 somewhere.
As if he still want to play one more. Maybe he still want to play 1 or 2 more years. But at this point now, he's done enough for the game, and the game is in good hands. It's just the same way. It's just the same way how Jordan left, dude.
Yeah.
You can't. The game is past you, man. It's in good hands. We're good. So it's time to pass that torch.
I mean, I'm about to hold it down for the next 10 years.
Right.
You better believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the thing say about Kevin Durant, the same thing you can say about Russell Westbrook, all these players that's in their 16th, 17th, year in the league.
But see, Russell ain't trying to be the star right now, though. He understands that he's a role player. He's toned it back. You got to bring down some of that personality too when you ain't the number one.
But what I'm saying is, I think now the game that basketball, NBA basketball is in good hands because you got players that's getting ready to come in. You already got a Wembanyama that pretty much I feel like it's going to take the league. He's really going to take the league by storm.
What I want to see is Tyrese Maxey go somewhere else. I want him out of Philly.
I'd rather him come home. Come on home, Tyrese.
I want him out of Philly.
Come out to Dallas. Come on back to Dallas, Tyrese Maxey.
I'm about to give
that organization has been abysmal for decades.
They ain't helped him out.
I don't
think Victor Young. I don't think I don't think Wemby's going to be. He's not going to have the growth that everybody thinks he's going to have.
Wemby will win the championship.
It just won't be in San Antonio though.
I think it'll be in San Antonio.
Now, how long you think? Well, because I think Pop is gone after
within 6 years. Within 6 years.
Who'll be the coach?
I mean, if Pop can still do it.
No, Pop is gravely. He's had some issues. I don't think.
Yeah,
Pop is retired.
No, that's what I said. If he can't do it.
I don't know. Like there are guys that come along in the NBA that their bodies are too far ahead of the game, and it ends up breaking down over and over again. I think Wemby might be that guy. Might be one of those guys.
I just think this year was just something out of the ordinary because of a deep vein thrombosis. But hey, we put this in there. Shout out to Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, shout out to him. That we had no idea who he was, and it wasn't his fault. Like I said earlier, I didn't know he. And to be fair, we cover a whole bunch of sports. We do not cover the San Antonio Spurs like that. So I knew of him, but not like to the extent of, dang, he Rookie of the Year. Not to that extent.
And I'll say this: that French kid that Atlanta drafted, #1 overall.
Alex, what's that? Richard Zachary Richard.
Whatever his name is, he ain't that good. I watched that Hawks series. The man he wasn't nowhere to be found. Then one game he got 2 points. Like, this is your #1 overall pick. And I get it. The Hawks actually are trying to build around Trae Young, and it's just not working. I don't know what it is, but they keep falling into the same trap. And now, do you keep Trae Young, or do you try to build around his #1 overall pick, who showed you in the playoffs this year, and then he disappeared? Where do they go from here?
Listen, the Hawks were abysmal. The Orlando Magic got one game, but Hans and Franz and Mr. Wagner.
Which one, Mo or Franz?
Mo.
Both of them play on the same team.
Yeah, Mo has been. Offensively, he has been glorious when he's not turning the ball up. When he's not turning over the ball and shooting ridiculous threes. He's a wonderful player, but defensively, he could use like an old blues song. Like it's not pretty. And that young kid from Duke, yeah, Banchero is nice, but everything can't be ISO. When y'all get into a shootout with the Celtics, you slow down the game when you ISO, and you give the Celtics possessions and leads. Because all they do is run down, shoot a three, come back, and now you got to try and either match the three or make 2 twos for their 1-3. I don't know, that it's a. If you ever wonder why I'm not a Magic fan, that's why. Real quick, earlier, Ash called from the Rays game because he went to the Rays game. Now he want tickets. He wants us to get season tickets to the Rays. And I'm gonna have to tell my child when hell freeze over. And he ain't gonna understand why, but I'm gonna try and explain it to him. But I'll probably end up taking him to a few Rays games. I want to make sure I ain't missed nothing. Did we hit everything pretty much? Thursday, we will do the way too early SWAC predictions. I'm trying to get TP as much information on the SWAC teams and everything that I can. Again, everybody's way too early prediction happened before FAMU got CJ Montez. And I didn't even know who he was until like I had to go. Fordham does not have a lot of video online. They do not. I had to dig deep in the deep crates to find video on this kid. Look at his stats. He's a absolute baller. Absolute baller. If he comes back fully healthy from that injury, he's gonna raise some hell. Especially in the first 3 games of the season. Oh my God. But again, we're gonna get to that Thursday. And again, I want to thank everybody for all the love and everything. But hopefully y'all can't hear the game in the back. But I'm gonna go ahead. It's that time. It's that time. We're gonna go ahead and get in the face. Real quick. In the face. Hey, listen. This is probably the best time of the year. Playoff basketball. But usually playoff basketball has been just like the regular season. It has not been nothing to write home about. I was not this excited about the playoffs last year. This year, with the exception of a couple games, it has been good basketball. Absolutely good basketball. It looks like 90s basketball. We are able to see teams actually fight and compete. Maybe a little too much. But in this playoffs, we are seeing the cream rise to the top. The best of the best. Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, Ant Edwards, Şengün, the big fella in Denver, Mr. Can't Jump Off a Curve, Mr. MVP, should have been MVP 3 years in a row, Jokic. We are seeing the best players play their best right now. And I can't be more happy because I'm not going to lie. My Lightning been getting smacked. They've been absolutely getting smacked around. And it's been rough. It's been absolutely rough. But again, for everybody that showed me love, black men, go get your prostate checked. It is a silent killer because we don't go get ourselves checked. Go get yourselves checked. It's okay. It's not that bad. It is better to find out early. An ounce of prevention is better than a deadly prognosis. So for everybody that sent all the love and the prayers and the advice, the diet advice and all of that, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Again, crash out when people got you fucked up and slap a Nazi. I'm out. That was for Jamal. That was most definitely was for Jamal. He had to leave early. Definitely had to leave early.
Yeah, I'm about to roll out too. So I had enough money so I got enough cash so I can take Uber tonight to work. But now, first and foremost, I'm gonna crash out about this CJ Montez guy from that FAMU's claim that's going to be their savior on Thursday. Of course, Jackson State is still the GOAT wherever we go. Football, winning stadium contest is all up there. Shout out to Campus Football Tours for putting out that poll. And, I'm going to go ahead and say it in my Paul Heyman voice. It's the reigning, undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's Jackson State. I don't care about your 17 national championships. Those are cookie cutter championships. Other than that, let me see. We got to stop this narrative about what happened with Shador. If he didn't go in there doing the thing he was supposed to do, then that's on him. But again, shout out to Shador for getting drafted. Shout out to Shiloh for his, getting put on the team at Tampa Bay, and they still giving love out to Jackson State. Shout out to Rob McDaniel, who became the highest undrafted free agent signing for the Washington Commanders. Wish he would have came over to my Cowboys, but it is what it is. The Knicks are going to lose their series. LeBron needs to go ahead and retire. And Luka is making Niko Harrison look more and more like a damn genius. But anyway, y'all go ahead, crash out on your kids, knock out a jackass. I see y'all on Thursday, and check me out tomorrow night. I got my way too early predictions, and I'm still gonna crash out on FAMU. Who cares? Peace.
All right, real quick before I get to TP, the shooting guard from USF, Mikey Williams, UCF is going to Sacramento State, and there have been people who have been taking shots at the president of Sacramento State. Nobody don't ever take shots at other presidents when they do something good, but there's a lot of hit pieces out there. We'll address that on Thursday. But TP, what you got for us this week?
I just want to start this on a positive note. Shout out to my Texans. Shout out to Nick Casario. Amazing draft. We addressed needs that we had immediately, especially in the wide receiver room. We had to get better. We had way too many injuries at that position last year. Stephon Diggs is gone. We don't know if Tank Dell is ever going to be able to come back. And if he does come back, how well is he going to be able to perform? So we do still wish him a speedy recovery. We still love Tank, everything that he's done for the organization since he's been a part of the Texans. But at the end of the day, we had to address the wide receiver position. And Nick Casario, great job. Jaden Higgins is going to match up well with Nico Collins on the outside. And then we got Jalen Noel in the middle of the field. We should put up some points this year. We did decent last year, but now this is the time. We have to get over that hump. We have to get to an AFC championship game. That's what we have to do. So with all the other moves, beefing up the O-line, we're ready for the season. We training camp. Wish it could start today. But on a sour note, Dylan Brooks, shut your fucking mouth. Play the game and go out there and do your job. There's too many things that we've done wrong in this series, and that's why we're down 3-1. We've done some things well, but we've done way too many things wrong. And he's not all to blame. There's been a lot of missed opportunities, free throws missed, players turning the ball over, not transitioning good on defense. We got to clean it up. Can we come back from 3-1? We just got to get hot at the right time. The next game is at home. You win that one. You may not be able to win the series with this next game, but you can damn sure lose it. So we have to come out and we got to fire on all cylinders. We got to get in the paint. We got to score the easy buckets, and we got to take our opportunities when they come. Don't let Golden State get on these crazy runs where they're hitting threes back to back to back. Hand in the face, press the shooter off the three-point line, do what you have to, but stop letting them just take open threes and have their way from behind the key. We cannot do it. So outside of that, it's been a great season. If it ends on the next game, hey, I'm going to blame it on you. We go out and we get a couple more pieces in the offseason, and then we come out and we try to repeat the success that we had in the regular season and couple that with some postseason wins. That's all you can do at this point. But thank y'all for watching the Madness Podcast. Have a lot more on Thursday. Like Troy said, we doing our way too early swag prediction. So there's been some moves this offseason. Players coming over in the transfer portal to FAMU. Things moving around. So we're going to see how this all pans out. But we're going to make our predictions now. And then we'll fall back on this in December and see how it turned out. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Whew. Hey, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with us. As always, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Like and subscribe. For myself, TP, Doc had to leave early. Jamal had to leave early. He got that 5 o'clock meeting just like I do. For everybody at Fat Mouth Sports, we love you, and we are out.